Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today's Friday, which only means one thing. Welcome back to Marketwatch. I know last week it was a bit of an off week and we did Marketwatch on Saturday, but back into the normal schedule this week. And in terms of updates for this week, nothing too much. It was more of a patch week. Admittedly quite a good patch week where there was quite a few little things added in, but still pretty small in terms of a update week. So in terms of updates for this week, just a standard like January patch week. They're still sort of getting back in the groove of doing updates. And obviously after the survey thing last week, I think it was a quite update on purpose as well. However, we are not here. We are here for one thing and one thing only. We are here for the Runescape 3 price rises and price falls for this week. We pick out any items on the rise, worthwhile doing, flipping, or sort of investing for the future. So let's go into price rises, and hopefully we're a little better than last week. Last week and the week before have been a bit mid in terms of the price rises and falls. Nothing too much to sort of get your teeth into. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to start on is Ghostly Essence, which in my opinion at 1400 coins each was a bit too cheap. I use Ghostly Essence a lot when I'm slaying, or if I'm doing some AFK necromancy, just because it buries ashes for me, and I actually get quite a substantial amount of prayer XP. If you haven't seen the Abyssal Demon video we did earlier in the week, I got something like 75k XP an hour just from using the Ectoplasmator, so again, really good, and really good way to get some passive prayer XP. Iron ore now near 1500 GP each. Wine of Sara, big jump this week, 6,000 coins. 34.6k, pretty big actually, and I've also missed off steel bars as well, which also had a nice little jump up to 3.4k. Again, iron ore, steel bars, great way to make some money in free to play, and if you're looking to escape free to play, those are very good ways to sort of build yourself up. It seems in terms of free to play, mining and smithing seems to sort of be catching crafting up and the best way to make a little bit of profit. Willow Wood Spirits still continuing its big surge up, 15,000 coins each, which I'd be very interested, and maybe it could be a video we could do just to go and test these wood spirits again, because we did the video on release and how high they went, and just checking margins and seeing where things are. But 14.7k for a Willow Wood Spirit, obviously that's not sustainable. That is not going to be the price forever. So while it's still here, if you got the Slayer level to go and kill the Slayer monsters dropping them, could be a decent way to make a bit of profit. Spirit Runes, massive jump this week, up to 150 coins each, and for me this can sort of be when I would go and do Spirit Runes. I always wait for the price to go up, and then I focus on doing a bit of rune crafting then. And it's good for me really because it means I'm making the absolute most profit from runecrafting, because necromancy runes do provide that. But also it means I'm not doing it forever because the prices will go down eventually, so it's a nice little stint and a decent amount of time to balance that out as well. So if Spirit Runes are up, it probably means the others are up, but Spirit Runes can actually outperform the rest just because of how good the multipliers are. Grimy Avanto, 416 each. We have an Oak Plank, 897. We have Lanternine Incense Sticks, 22.3k. Incense Sticks can be incredible for profit, and if you are someone who's an avid farmer and you can buy the Quick Sense perk from the Garden of Fareed, definitely jump in and do that as well, because you'll make some even more profit. Rune and Addy Stone Spirits on the way back up. A Rune Knight Stone Spirit is 2.6k, which is pretty hefty for a Stone Spirit. But again, a lot of people buy Rune. Rune bars will go into older Rune bars, so Rune bars are way more sellable and usable as well. Powerful Ghost Ink, 14.8k. Nice little jump up there. And again, the inks are always worth looking into because they can make some decent profit. Crystal Flask, 1600 GP each. We have Silverhawk Feathers, 3.1k. The Rune Knight Ore has just gone over 3,000 coins each. So with the price of that Stone Spirit, yes, you'll make some money, but it's just a bit expensive compared to the rest. So it is worth using, just going to take a little bit more profit than normal. A Grimy Iris is 500 GP each. Cinderbane Gloves, nice big jump this week, 86.7 mil. That's a 10 mil jump. And again, they make Moss Golems incredible profit and they are very good, but always try and do the Moss Golems on task because you have a much better chance of getting the gloves as a drop. Acadia Logs, 1.3k, which is incredibly surprising. I thought when these went to free to play, they'll get absolutely camped, botted, you name it, and they would absolutely tumble down. But if anything, they've only just gone up. So again, pretty decent way to make a little bit of GP if you want to train your woodcutting in free to play. Then we got the puzzle box skipping tickets. We sort of said this when we saw them in price crashes for so long. It would hit a point where people would still rather pay. And for 1.1 mil, these people were paying 3 times that price for the longest time. So it's got to a point where at 1 mil, people will pay to skip the puzzle box. And it was always going to happen. It was going to hit a point where people would look and say, yep, that's worth me buying, and it would go up as a result. It won't go to the old price, but it will have a nice little bump up because people will start buying again. Zerosian Insignia, 10.2k, very nice for free to play. Chaotic Brimstone, don't see this one often as a price rise, 8.2, very good there. Manuscript Jazz going back up, 620k. We have an Uncut Sapphire, 657. Muddy Key, 1.5k. Super Anti-Fire back on the way up. This is for a bracket 4, but again, check a bracket 3 and all the other doses. 32k there for a bracket 4. Seasinger Hood, 4 mil there. Check your player reports. You actually might have some chi, which you can transform into Seasinger's Hood. And just pull a little bit of GP out of the player reports. Memory Dowser up to 922 mil. I have had a couple of comments on the Memory Dowser video I did, and a couple of comments since, on whether it's worth this price. That price, no. For me, I would probably buy a Memory Dowser 300, 400 mil. I am probably being a bit cheap on that estimate, but for me, with the Relic, where you can just dump all the memories at once, yes, it's not as AFK as what the Memory Dowser is, but it's still very good. So that's my opinion on that. The Keys of a Crossing, 478. Sorrow Brew starting to have a shift on a bracket 4, but again, check a bracket 3. You could make money, could be a lot cheaper. 9.4k there. We have Binding Contracts for Hellhounds, 92.4. And we're having a nice little week this week on price rises. So we're having brews, a bit of PVM supplies up. Nice either Binding Contracts for Hellhounds going up as well. But again, 90k is very, very cheap. We have Runeplate Bodies, 20.5k. The Quintus Keystone, 105.8. Wretched Jumper, 373. The Runic Tuner, 238. And we also have the Roar of Awakening and the Ode to Deceit, now up to 300 mil combined, which who would have thought we'd see that? They have started to climb their way back up. Obviously, they're not going to go anywhere near where they were, but it's nice to see that they're getting a bit more value to them as well. Royal Dragon Hide, 2.4k. I think this went a bit too cheap, so if you were able to pick up some Royal Dragon Hide, especially turn it into leather, you got a pretty decent bargain there. The Shard of Genesis, 1.5 bill. We have Zerosian Essence, 228k. Grimy Toadflax on the way up, 4.3k each for that. And again, I think Toadflax also went a bit too low, same with the Unfinished Potions. Brews always have such a hard bounce back, so once they kind of go down in price, they are always worth picking up as well. Me personally, if I ever see like Toadflax go into the 3000s, I just buy them, throw them in a potion making machine and just leave them and forget about them. And then I always come back to profit when they actually go back up in price. We have a Prayer Potion, bracket 4, 7,000 coins. The Adamant Dragon Bones, the Hardened Dragon Bones, 14.2. And Flax, 101. And an Uncre Emerald, 792. So, yes, back to normal form. A lot of really good items here. Obviously, we've got the Archaeology stuff. We've got a couple of potions, a Sorrow Brew, Super Antifier. Again, with the potions, check the 3 doses, check the 2 doses. You might be able to buy them cheaper as a lesser dose. And just run to the person to combine the potions. And you could make quite a bit of money there. Really good way to make some GP. Other nice little things, Acadia Logs, Cinderbanes, Runite Ore. We have the Incense Sticks as well, Lanternine Incense Sticks, always very good whenever I've done them. And also things like Spirit Runes, Ores, Bars. Much more of a item where you can jump in and make a lot of profit with it as well, which has been a nice change really. The past 2 weeks, items which aren't really worthwhile going after, skilling for, or going and camping monsters for, have been on the rise. So it's not really been like a decent thing to jump into and find a couple of moneymakers. So we're going to get to price falls. Obviously, we're going to skip all of the cosmetics, and we're going to be really quick with the first chunk of it because it seems to be a bloodbath on either Stone Spirits or Wood Stone Spirits. So on the way down, we have Oak, Iron, Magic, Mahogany, Teak, Orichalcum, and Eternal Magical Wood Spirits. All of which have either gone up in terms of the Wood Spirits or the Ore ones have had a little bit of a bump. Obviously, the Orichalcum was such a good price for a while that you kind of expected that to go up as a result. We have a Dragon Hatchet still on its way down from the woodcutting update, and Soda Ash as well, 42 GP each. A CQ Seed is 59.9k. Wood Spirit as well on its way down, 7.6. So it seems that only Willow's the one which is holding its price, but even then, I imagine the Willow starting to teeter downwards over the next couple of weeks because, again, it doesn't really have that much for use apart from getting the woodcutting hatchet. Orichalcum Bar, 10.4k. Yes, it's going down still, but I think we'll see in the next couple of weeks it will probably bounce. Just because these bars and all these smithing supplies, both ores and bars, are just on like an eternal rotation, and they will end up going up in the price at some point. And hopefully they do, because I've put it as a statement now, and if it doesn't, I will look silly. So, Mud Runes, 1.6k, Vital Sparks, 400k, Ancient Scale, just under a mil, Eternal Magical Logs, 3.7. Still surprised they're going down. Because I still think like the Fletching the Bows is going to be really good XP, especially on like a double XP as well. It could be some crazy smithing XP to have those bows to upgrade. Mithril Bars, 2.6k each. We have Greater Necroplasm, 257. Ranar Seeds, 2.4k. We have Steel Arrows, 37. Orichalcum Ore, 4.3k there. That is took a big hit this week. And for me, I'd keep an eye on Orichalcum Ore, and I'd also keep an eye on Dracoliff as well, because we've just seen how they could perform. Like, on one of my videos, I was selling Orichalcum Ore for like 12,000 coins each. So, Yes, you're sort of timing it really well with like when's best to sell and stuff and like trying to catch the market at the best time, but it could be a really good time to pick those up. Acadia Wood Spirits, just under 900 coins each, and again, you would be making profit using Acadia Wood Spirits. Admittedly, only 300 coins a log, but again, profit is profit. Felt is still on its way down under 3,000 coins each. If it was a bit more of a commonly used set, I would recommend you guys buying some, stock up. But Felt's a bit hit or miss because it's used with a lot of the Anachronia set. Clean Qualm, 4.2k each. Dragon Pickaxe, 35.3 mil. And sorry, we sort of brazed over the Qualms. That could be a decent one to buy and throw into your potion producer as well if you do have that machine. Link to Super Strength. Super Strength's sort of like on a bonus XP, you're looking like 8 to 9k. And a Limpo route really isn't going to set you that far back. So that could be a really good one to buy, especially if you're going to slow buy it over the next couple of weeks, because it will continue to go down and you will be able to get a pretty decent deal on it as well. We have Bolts of Cloth under 1,000 coins, 930. Omniguard, 616 each, so that's took a big hit. Dragon King Bones, 16.1. Holy Symbol, 1,500 coins each. Raw Shark, 453. Animal Furs, 6.7k. This is used for Bandos sets, so it's a bit more viable and a bit more decent to use as well. White Berries, 2.1k each. We have an Elder Seed at 23.9k. Grenwall Spikes, sad face, like 97 GP each. Will we ever see the heights again? No. I think where I bought, which was way past here, I think I bought mine for like 300 GP each. They just come into the game in stupid numbers, like 2.6 mil worth. And I can only imagine it's because so many people camp Abysal Beast, because who hunts Grenwalls nowadays? But yeah, really, really weird that Grenwall spiked to that price, but it is what it is. So a few decent things in price falls this week. Like I said, I'd definitely pick up some Qualms and some ore as well. They seem to be decent price. Uncut Rubies for 400 GP each just seems like a no-brainer, with no doubt a double XP coming at some point. Whether it's in 2 months or 6 months, for 400 GP, you will make some decent profit off an Uncut Ruby. And in absolute worst case, if it didn't go any higher than what we currently are, you can just get insane crafting XP, because that's a weird thing with crafting. Even like the lower tier gems are still going to perform incredibly well with massive XP, just because of how quick they are to cut. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this week. Obviously, a lot more focus on price rises again. We're back here. We're back with it as well. We're back in the price rises and some decent items to jump into as well. But there's very much some decent investments to be made in price falls. So interesting couple of weeks, because I do think we're going to have the 110 runecrafting come. I do think as well that we're going to see a double XP announced as well. Maybe before runecrafting's released, actually, that would make more sense. That's what we did with the woodcutting update as well. So maybe we might get a sort of like double XP announced very, very soon. And they hold back on the runecrafting update as a result. But that's going to be in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know anything you want to see in the future. I'm trying to put a big content plan for the account soon, and that's including series and stuff as well. And make sure to check out the community tab as well, because we do have a link to some brand new series and for you guys to pick on what you guys want to see first. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.